You can ask technically, can they see me? Everything is okay.
Venkatesh, is the camera okay?
Ah, that's fine. That's fine.
Ah,
Okay.
Venkatesh,
Yeah,
namaskara.
sir. Namaskar. sir.
Namaskara. Namaste.
Hello.
Namaskara, Payyavare.
Namaskara.
Namaskara. Bada santosha. Great seeing you. Ugly. Om Matrudevo Bhava. Om Pitrudevo Bhava. Om Acharya Devo Bhava. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Characharam Jagat Sarvam Tatpadam Vena Darshitam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Idella. So this is how we begin in Vedic culture, tradition, in the Himalayan lineage. We orient practices. We always offer our salutations and respects to our roots, beginning from our mother, father, guru, and Ishtadevata, and all people who have assisted us and inspired us, blessed us, gave us knowledge and love for us to come this far and to be here in this moment, at this juncture of time. So today's topic is connecting with nature. We are always connected with nature. Otherwise, we cannot exist. Nature works in multifaceted ways, from physical level to mental level, to emotional level, to spiritual level, to cosmic level. It is only a matter of becoming consciously aware of this happening. Nature working through us, in us, and with us consistently, rhythmically, in full unity. It is so evident. We don't have to believe these things. It's evident. Our presence is a testimonial. Our body, living body, running in full operation, in perfect harmony and synchronicity with the outer environment, and also with our inner mental environment as well. It is a matter of becoming consciously aware of this relationship. Nature, English, we cannot see comprehensive meaning in English terminology like nature. Nature has many meanings. Maybe like taking, for example, nature means immediately what comes to our mind: ocean, horizon, stars, planets, varieties of animal and beings, birds, tree, plant species, and much more, all fellow humans in the world. So that's only the physical part of nature. But there is nature behind that nature, visible nature, tangible nature, that nature is not perceivable with our senses alone. We have to apply our or employ our conscious intuitive ability. Only then we can really sense such nature. We can recognize such nature behind the known nature, the physical nature, visible nature. So that's still not full nature we are talking about. And there is nature higher than what we really understand and ordinarily experience. So there are layers everywhere. It's beginning from our skin to the atmosphere, to the earth planet, to in any consciousness layers, means levels. So infinite angles, infinite viewpoints. It depends on us where we want to position ourselves in the body, in our mind, in our heart, in our emotion, in the realm of our consciousness, where we want to posit ourselves, to really see and experience the world, nature, both inward as well as outward. So it depends upon their own teachers, trainers, instructors, guides, and gurus, and their own sadhana. So many factors come into effect. So relationship. The here, the more we become involved in research, in self-study, in experiencing what's really happening with genuine interest, also with passion, with excitement, not passive research. Spirituality means usually interpreted like a bit of passive approach, like when you're retired, maybe when you are totally fed up with the world, when you're frustrated, disappointed, you want to really withdraw from the world and then make that in self-inquiry in your own ways. Not so. Or searching for ashrams and gurus at the time. Not so. That can spark anytime, anywhere, in anyone, based upon their purva jita punya karma, also their effort in this lifetime. Prarabdha karma, now what is happening also counts. Always there is opportunity. Their doors are never closed when it comes to understanding spirituality and experiencing spirituality. Understanding is only one part, experiencing is another part. Third part is to impart that knowledge with others who can empathetically receive, perceive, and reflect. Only then the circle of spiritual communication becomes complete. Here nature plays an important role. That nature of nature. So how Prakriti behaves, how Prakriti conducts itself, and what is really Prakriti. So there are so many questions to be raised. So we may not always find exact answers to all our burning questions, but there are questions remain as questions, never to be answered. Maybe question itself will turn into answers. And also experiencing in the realm of your consciousness is also part of the answer to certain questions. So it's very intriguing and inspiringly intriguing. So you will never ever get bored when you step into investigation, when you step into learning this dimension of knowledge. Gnana. Nahi gnanena sadrisham. Gnana. Knowledge means it's everything is knowledge anyway. Information is everywhere. But we are talking about the knowledge of the self, knowledge of your inner self, knowledge of your Atman, Chaitanya, Jiva, knowledge of your inner being. That knowledge is innate knowledge, inherent knowledge, and you tap into that knowledge when you become consciously aware of who you are and what is really happening, and what is your prakriti nature, and what's your relationship with the outer nature as well, because outer nature is working with us, in us internally as well. Just to touch the surface, like our bodily functions, we're not doing anything to our bodies much. We are not contributing much to our own bodies, but we live in our bodies. We take this body everywhere, like suitcase, like a bag. Um, uh, but we do not even have time to thank our own body. We think body, we identify ourselves with the body often. That's the reason we have taken our body for granted. Oh, it's I am the body, so I'm here. That's my ID. Nowadays, you've got facial recognition, cameras, and you don't have to show your ID card even. And that's going too far. Then you will have little privacy left in future. Maybe zero privacy is coming ahead unless you wake up and claim your own birth rights, individual rights, natural justice, and the rights given by nature, and much more. So anyway, getting here, so knowledge, we talked about the gnanam. That knowledge really is like light of consciousness, not just physical light, light of consciousness itself. You become really bright with that knowledge. You look so fresh when you wake up from that jhana, from tapasya, from that meditation, from that sadhana, from that mauna. You are so different when you get up and walk out of that location. Everything has been shifted to another higher level. Some transformation has occurred within you. You may call it self-realization or enlightenment or the jnana prakasha, atma prakasha, prajna prakasha, prajna vikasa. That is all that can dispel darkness, dispel doubts and disbeliefs. Pure knowledge that will never make you feel heavy. On the contrary, knowledge makes you lighter and lighter, like feather. When you, so hence yogis can levitate. I float on water in Padmasana. People wonder, how Yogi Arka, how do you do that? I won't do it. It happens. You make your humble wish and do some sadhana and trust nature. Mother Nature has consciousness, obviously, and which is working in you, and the same nature is also reflecting externally outside of our being. And when you communicate intuitively, not technically, physically, or linguistically, but intuitively, it's your sankalpa. And not to with any intention of impressing people or for grand demonstration or display. No, not so. Just to enhance that knowledge that you are everywhere, and we are allowed to access nature. That's the reason we are able to invent and discover so many things scientifically as well as spiritually, metaphysically, philosophically, in many contexts. Our rishis, yogis, scholars, and saints, and great Tarkavadis, they were in deep contemplation, making the body as the laboratory. Contemplation, deep contemplation, internalized all that was going out, like mind, the power of mind, the force of mind, thoughts streaming from the brain, from the cortex area, reversed, redirected to touch the very heart of the meditator, the tapasvi, and in full fixed mind with one goal, one intention to really know who am I, not political identity, social identity, or, or so, which is demanded by immigration officers or maybe government officers. Not so. This identity is your fundamental property bestowed upon us unconditionally by higher nature, and you're really unique. No one can ever copy our ID, and that's if we can accept, uh, embrace that cosmic gift we have uniquely, and celebrate, and that becomes more manifested externally. So it's all like what you do in your realm, in your body. Getting back to this again, now Surushi, scientists of the inner world, scientists of the inner consciousness, and they made their body itself as laboratory for them to conduct experiments, highly sensitive experiments. That's how they developed the telepathy ecosystem, telepathic communication, intuition, and they developed the psychokinesis, telekinesis, but teletransportation. They could achieve everything. Look at that. Go back to some years. You can see how much advancement happened long before anyone dreamt of mobile phone or computers, television sets, or radio system, but they were aware, and because they followed nature, they understood the relationship of nature, and they worked with nature, not affecting nature, not destroying nature, not polluting nature, not interfering with nature, instead complementing nature, flowing with nature, and feeling that nature within us, and the same nature manifesting outside of us, and also respectfully getting into nature, and utilizing facilities provided to bring out our sankalpas, to bring out our true knowledge. And everyone's knowledge is very important. Each person must be looked upon like a star in the Milky Way of galaxy. So every particle counts, every object counts, every
ಸರ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಅರ್ಕಾಜಿ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಏನು ಸಿಂಪಲ್.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, please speak. Speak, sir.
So how far you could hear? What was the means? You said it was
Only
muted.
for few seconds, that's all. Nothing to worry.
Okay, wonderful. So anyway, we were talking about how ancient yogis made their body as their laboratory, because they knew with their intuition our body, our existence, our physical, this vessel is not just a fragile organic body, but it has so much magic in it, so much connection with nature as well. So it is, if you can understand your body, workings of your body, the nature of your body, if you can understand the mysticalness of your body, everything cannot be explained scientifically always. There are many areas that science cannot really touch with the available equipment and tools. So that's left to individuals subjectively, phenomenologically, how much they really explore their inner consciousness and is in their own world, and that really unfolds, benefiting your families, communities, the world around you. And that's very important. The world is waiting for you to bring out your true knowledge, what you want to have got to say to the world, and that will make a difference in the world, and that will add to the transformation of humanity for another level. So no one should undermine their existence, And so there is some fairness in nature. It will provide platform for everyone to do something independently, also absorbing something from the world and from nature, and so enrich their inspiration and intuitive knowledge. So that's how everyone contributed, even rishis going back like Gautama Nyaya and Panini Maharshi, Ashtadhyayi, Patanjali Maharshi, and Varahamiracharya, Aryabhatta, and there are so many, you can list them. There are great, great rishis, including Brahmagupta like rishis, and they were really amazing. This is how they did it. They didn't have any books, texts to read. They didn't have Hubble telescope nor microscopes, and they didn't. What did they have? Nothing in hand. So they worked with nature silently, being pro-natured, and also like as though nature is welcoming them, or like you're so friendly, you're my child, and being embraced. So then some secrets as though revealed to you, like came to you, secrets of nature, how nature works. Secrets means unknown hitherto, that's called secret. So that's like formula, equation. But everyone has got Brahma within themselves. So the formula must be somewhere deep within somewhere, and not entirely, but proportionally or relatively. So our DNA itself is our great asset. Such perfect coding, such perfect alignment, and we haven't even explored even even 10% of our existence, of our brain or consciousness, or even the workings of the body, and how nature can really facilitate us to move forward, to really open up more, to blossom more, and to really embrace even higher knowledge. So we haven't, maybe we have prioritized so much about the material world, material existence. Identifying ourselves with the body is the problem all the time. So we have to identify ourselves with the body. It is true, that's the first approach, but we are also more than the body, more than the mind, more than what we really think on the surface. We are more than we believe, we are more than we can think, and we are more than we believe in ourselves. There's so much more. So life is always exciting, spiritual journey, never monotonous. Something fresh happens always. That's how, so many stores and like stalwarts and scientists and yogis and great seers offered so much to the world for the development of humanity, mankind, so that they can really know how to live life, how to feel fulfilled, how to maintain good health. Much is in our head, much is in our mind, less is in our body. That's how it is. But gives a false impression, no, only body, where is mind? So, but when you conduct some experiments, then you would know the truth. So the best way is to conduct experiments upon ourselves internally, subjectively, through the dhyana system, tapasya, in your own way, sadhana. But the point is here, so mostly every person spiritually inclined, interested in these matters, do gain some insightful experiences. But somehow, when they wake up from some of that meditational practices, or from their silence or solitude, they don't register properly by acknowledging and by writing it down what really happened, and celebrate. My God, you didn't know hitherto. Now you know this could be a possibility. How come? And then when you test, you are surprised. So maybe then again we get back to our mind lacking enough trust within ourselves, or maybe psychological experience, maybe some illusion, and we become too engaged with again the same mundane world. Not to undermine the mundane world. Mundane world is good. That's also a manifestation of the same Brahma. That's Prakriti, the world, matter, material world. That's there. That's eternal. That will never perish. Anyway, so getting back to this, so matter of acknowledging recognizing, then we evolve, we grow, not only in us, even with other people. If they really come up with some brilliant insights, brilliant solutions, answers, intuition, we have to have big heart to really welcome them and appreciate them. Amazing, how come you really obtained this? That means that was perfect time for you, and you are also fully prepared. That's incredible. When you give such genuine compliments, you are becoming part of that, and they're also becoming more inspired, and they will look forward to something more. And that means you're moving forward, you're making good leap of progress. So that's interesting. So it's all in how you welcome such things and acknowledge, register, and express gratitude. Kritagnata, that's like a boat to cross a lake or ocean. So that's Kritagnata is very important. These days we lack much because we take things for granted. Everything is like instant type, but no depth. So we have to, when you withdraw yourself for a moment from the world, from the busy activities, and when you go into silence, inner silence, not passive silence, associating yourself with the breath, with your body rhythm, with the environment around you, with the thought, whatever occurs at that moment. The unification is tapasya with one objective. You want to access the inner self. What exactly does it hold? Because DNA has got some knowledge how to make this body, isn't it? So also it's only still physical. We are talking about consciousness that's working through that DNA arrangement profile. Without that, it can't work. It becomes fossilized DNA, like dinosaurs DNA, what that we come across. So the consciousness, prajna, that can even change our body, that can bring a healing effect, that can provide you some strength when is required, and you will do unsurmountable things. That's the reason it was said, Pangum Langayate Girim. And with that grace and blessings, Ashirwad, you can do formidable tasks. You can really pass through toughest tests and trials and tribulations. So more often we fail that. We don't register. It's gone. It's over. I'm happy. And let's go forward now. Next layer of time. Next chapter of time. By doing so, we run. But we don't carry or allow the succession, the continuity of the punya, of good karma, good merits we acquired. That's all our bank, our shield of our existence, a beautiful shield. And that means it's your aura. Shield means your bio-conscious magnetic field. One person, when you're in that state, your consciousness is so different. And so even ordinary namaskars, like when you offer namaskar, like this in full depth and consciousness and being one with the gesture on your chest. And so when you're immersed, experiencing the relationship with nature, you look so brilliant. Although no problem exists, and you freeze the time, your longevity, it's not deducted any moment, single moment, because you're engaged internally with your timeless spirit. So that's the reward you get at that time. You are untouched, you are undisturbed, because you are united or focused with the root of your own thinking mind and the feeling heart. You have gone there. It means that's timeless, time-bound body, timeless spirit. That's what I call a perfect combination. So digital body and infinite mind, they work together hand in hand. So body also has consciousness. Our consciousness, part of our, is also our consciousness too. Means different level of consciousness, different layer of consciousness, or we may call it another extension of consciousness, what we talked about on the surface, that's working internally and in association, in constant communication with nature, the law of obeying the laws of nature. That's the reason heartbeat and pulsation of nerves and right temperature, right pressure, and everything happens in synchronicity with the spinning of planets. So that's amazing, incredible. So whenever you join in, you see that effect. Whenever you withdraw, you become an individual being. We can join in and withdraw. Like even our own breath. When you join in with your breath consciously, that's what the point we're talking about, consciousness, conscious awareness, and the relationship of that conscious awareness with the universal awareness. And that connecting means your wish, your emotional wish, your devotional wish, and your effort in endeavor internally. I want to develop more relationship with nature. When you say understanding is different, again, experiencing is one step more than that. So acknowledging is another thing, and again sharing that with the right people. So then you expand the galaxy of enlightened people, self-realized people. So that's really amazing to me. This is really, it's always exciting, educational, entertaining, and enlightening. So all work together. So no existence will go without a purpose. There is purpose, there is knowledge. So again, let's not miss this out. Atma, Jnana Swarupi as well. So Jnana, it has got Jnana. I wondered so many times, where is that Jnana? How, in what form the Jnana is internal, inside in your body, or in your, in some, at the depth of your consciousness, where exactly the Jnana is. So then I realized one day, oh, the Jnana is, our consciousness has that Jnana, means Atma. But it's only a nomenclature, the words, don't worry about the words, become involved with the meaning of these words. Mainly better to go to Sanskrit, Atma, Chaitanya, worded, those things really, maybe Prajna, Anta Prajna, there's so many things anyway. So we are talking about the body that operates this, the physical body, tangible body, the inner body, that body, the deepest body, not the body. There are so many bodies within the bodies. The final ultimate body, after which there is no other particle, can match with that smallness, minuteness. That's what ultimate, essential being, Atman. It is like a. So anyway, so that Jnana came upon, emerged, and unfolded when people, when these even ordinary people went into deepest tapasya and dhyana with one focus, one mind, with one objective. Want to know, who am I? What do I hold? What is the purpose of my coming? What purpose means? What is there for me to contribute, offer for the development of humanity, for the understanding of humanity, and understand the relationship with nature, and what needs to be known by people at large, and to walk in the right direction, in the right way. And to meet the purpose of nature, higher purpose. There must be a purpose in nature, the way it all manifested. So we should be doing something in harmony with that. So then we derive more, we achieve more fulfillment, more ananda. The Jnana brings ananda. Ananda deva chatani jivante. Ananda, we run after ananda. Ananda means zero side effect, no any loss, purely gain, ananda. That is really, even if you don't have food for a couple of days, still you retain that ananda. That ananda is beyond body. You can see that. It's you don't need good news. That in itself is the best news, ananda. And you're really in that state of ecstasy, bliss, ananda. and you handle that ananda, the perfect harmony in everything. So anyway, getting back to this now again, we were talking about jnana, how the jnana is derived because of understanding the relation, truest relationship, the bottom line, the thinnest connection with the mother nature and higher nature, cosmic nature, universal nature. That nature is all embedded in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. That nature, when really embraced, clearly understood and appreciated, mainly, always, and acknowledged, and then you will come to know, my God, I didn't know it so far. How did I get that? That's how rishis obtained that knowledge. So then they delivered, they wrote them down, although there wasn't any even paper technology available at the time. Still, they really used only nature. Huh? So nature's materials. So they left legacies, highly invaluable knowledge upon which we developed many other things. Anyway, so that's one aspect. And also, mm, see, I wonder how come just you sit in one location, it's not like a blind meditation or simply kind of the katina tapasya like a hatha yogi style. They genuinely like exploring the way we conduct experiments in laboratories. That's what I said in recently in one of the universities yesterday, pharmacy university, and they already were quite oh my God, this they were opened up their eyes. So they were exploring internally, and then what is intuition, what's intellect, what are senses, what's our relationship with the external nature, and how are we formed, and where are we going, finally where will we be. So identifying ourselves with our inner consciousness, inner soul, always makes you feel so, my God, life is so long. People who identify themselves only with the body, you know what they say? Oh, life is short, make it sweet, make the most of it, like desperation. No, in the truly, when you become involved with your inner consciousness, inner self, then you realize I'm timeless internally. Of course, with the time-bound body. So, and you feel length of life. You feel the journey. Like you can dilate time. You can experience depth. Oh, so much space, infinite space within and outside. So you have plenty of time to do great things. Then the way you attend to problems so different, and the way you understand the conflicts of the world so different, and you bring solutions. Your presence can really bring, make people find some peace, and you spark insights among in people's hearts, and they also feel blossomed and touched, and then spill light around them, and make the world as positive as possible, and so be close to the higher being. Maybe you may call Sri Rama, Sriman Narayana, Sri Krishna Paramatma, and many other names they can say. It's not that, that's not very important. It's important, not that important. What you mean is very important. And meaning is spiritual, and the word can be religious. Yeah, you can take it that way. Or body is the word, soul is the meaning. So we have been gifted to alter to some extent, to go up or down, to become purely mind on that day, or to become fully body in that moment. So you can really fuse, get in wherever you want to. Even you can travel within your own body, sometimes in your eyes, sometimes in your feet, sometimes in your shoulders. That's Arka Dhyana. That's what really designed it. That way, intuitive meditation journey from the feet to the crown of your head, and really descend again, and find, feel your omnipresence in the body. So you are everywhere at the same time. You are somewhere wherever you want to be. So that's really, anyway, this topic is very intriguing and exciting and really inviting. You never get bored. That's really interesting. You never get like a tired even. Oh my God, it's enough now. You can't say that because it's about you, all about your deeper self, your world origin, your trueness, your roots. So it's all your extended presence, not the physical presence alone. It's anyway. That's for now. Maybe we can stop it for some time.